Yes, what's up, everyone? My name's Arturo Knight. You might have seen me in the chat. You might have seen my docs. I'm super happy to be here today. We're super stoked to answer all your guys' questions. And this is mainly done so we can stay connected with our community and grow. So, all you guys, you got our support. Ask any questions you need, and we got you guys.
Oh yeah, thank you, Arturo. And sorry about the echo. It should be fixed now. Yep, I just switched over to my headphones. Apologies for that. All right, Chad, you're up.
Yeah, so BSC Chad here. You guys will find out who I am soon enough. But yeah, really excited to be streaming with you guys. We've already announced this in chat, but the whole idea behind this is like we want full transparency in the project. Obviously, like there are some things we can't share yet because like we got to keep some things a surprise. And man, the surprises are going to be good. That said, we're really excited to share what we can and really just keep an open format with the community.
Yeah, very, very excited to create this transparent relationship with all you guys. And going into the introduction, I am Pump. I am the one who is mostly talking as MoonJuice Official in the Telegram chat, just so you guys know who's talking right now. I'm kind of helping with all the operations and marketing and just a lot of various tasks with MoonJuice. So yeah, there's a brief introduction. Let's just jump right into the questions that you guys are all eagerly waiting answers for. So we got quite a few spread out over a lot of places. So let me pull up my notes with them all consolidated.
Pump, I guess we should decide before we jump in. Are we going to address all the questions that have come in over the last few days today, or are we going to stretch those out over a few days? I plan on doing it.
Yeah, I think just doing like open format, just kind of like touching on these questions, seeing what discussions brought up, see what engagement from the chat happens. But we do want to keep these a regular occurring stream, right? We want to have this relationship with you guys in general. So yeah, the goal is not to plow through every single question today, but anything just to create that relationship. So jumping into it, one of the first questions that we get a lot is, do we plan to launch the can worldwide? And Chad, do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, so our strategy on this is going to be to start with North America first, just because that will be the easiest for us to, initially start with distribution. Once we get that fully off the ground, we will then begin to, explore worldwide expansion on that front, and we'll potentially take it, one country at a time, just because there are different regulations and things we'll have to abide with in each different jurisdiction. So that's the current strategy there. Start with North America and then expand outward.
Very excited to expand outward. It's going to be insane seeing Mojo all around the world, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be epic. Okay, so here's a question. Are we going to the moon? Yes, absolutely. Here we have a question in the chat real quick. Guys, feel free to drop questions in the chat too. We'll kind of bounce back because, the whole point of this is to engage directly with the community. We wanted to build up a list of questions beforehand just so we knew exactly what we were going to be getting into and how we could address all the questions the best way possible. But feel free to just, engage like a normal chat for any other stream would, because we're here to create the relationship and the bond with you guys, right? So let's see here. One in the chat. When can we buy and try Mojo Juice? So we are still on track for a release by the end of Q2, which at this time is about a month and a half out. So you can be expecting the drink sometime before then. And yeah, if you're in the US, that is. Question from Drybank: can Arturo do magic tricks? Arturo, do you want to chime in on that one?
The honest answer to that is, honestly, I don't know. Because I've done some crazy things, but if I can do magic, then yes.
After you drink some Mojo, I think you'll be able to bust out some magic tricks.
Yeah, I want to
I'm
say
expecting to find that one day.
Mr. DFXHFX, very hard to say your name, sir. We have not solidified any sort of flavor profiles. We're actually in the process of talking with a lot of different like flavor companies or private labeling. We're figuring out what the best option is at the moment. So we're still just exploring all of those. But we will hopefully have narrowed it down to a few over the course of the next 2 weeks. And then we're considering having some sort, this is, okay, exclusive, never before been announced, but we're exploring the ideas of having a DAO of some sort that could have voting participation for like which flavors to feature, things like that, to tie into some token use case. You know, these are still in the very like early stages of development. Nothing's set in stone. This is kind of why we've been hesitant on dropping any sort of like solidified details of what we're going to do, because we just want to make sure it's all going to scale correctly and we have the right logistics sorted out before we announce something like that. But that currently is the direction that we're headed. So to give people, you know, a say in what the company's actually doing. And yeah, go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, I was going to say, one other thing to note with that too, Pump, is, and we haven't really shared this out either, so this is new information, but it's going to be coming out very soon. So we are working on like partnerships with other teams, and some of the flavors will be like joint collaborations with other teams, you know, and so, you know, as we're solidifying those partnerships, like we're trying to keep an open mind as far as what the flavors might look like, so that we can still have some open collaboration there with them.
Exactly. That's why, and we apologize if it's felt like we've been just dragging things on and not being transparent, because the reality is with a project and a company like this, there's so many things behind closed doors that are so many logistics and legal and documentation and all this stuff that we really didn't want to get ahead of ourselves by dropping all these announcements and then have it come back and bite us later. So we've been trying to just like get all of this stuff done behind the scenes before we put out any clear information. But we have been getting questions about the token use case very frequently. So I think that it's fair to say that we're at least headed in that direction, and we feel pretty confident in being able to pull something like that off. And that's only one iteration of what the token use case looks like, is that DAO. So there's a lot more to come, and we'll be announcing some of that stuff in the near future. Let me just take a look at chat. You guys can just feel free to chat about anything. How will MoonJuice physical product grow together with the cryptocurrency? How do they work together? Okay, yeah, so kind of just touched on that, and you know, that's just a very brief explanation, but there is going to be a lot more solidified details about how that's going to look in the near future. Ideally paired up with our white paper release.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, guys, is like the beautiful thing behind it, like a physical product and the cryptocurrency, right? They're very both different, like they're different spaces, but they correlate so beautifully together. And so like that was the whole initial idea behind this, right? At some point we're going to run into a crypto winter. It's just going to happen, right? And like it's happened every time before, and like when that comes, we want there to be a way to help you know, continue to drive the price of the token. And the idea is right now, while the crypto season is hot, we use the crypto side to promote the energy drink side, right? And to generate traction there. But then once crypto winter starts to arise, or starts to, you know, to present itself, cool, now we've got the energy drink side that can promote for the, you know, the crypto project. So more to come on that, like Pump said, but essentially they're both very unique marketing engines for the other.
It's actually a perfect relationship, and it's kind of the branding that we've gone with. Is we're the crypto-powered energy drink, right? Like they're different things, the energy drink and the token, but they're fueling each other.
And you'll definitely see more about that as we start, like, you know, rolling out more partnerships and stuff like that. The way that we are structuring this is going to be unique and unlike any other project you guys have seen.
Absolutely. Kerplunk86, what quarter will white paper release? That will definitely be releasing this quarter, 100%. So a question that has been brought up today, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we did have our second audit come through from Solidity. Really exciting. I don't know if you guys have taken a chance to actually look at the audit, but the way that they break down the information is extremely professional and easy to digest. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. I'll actually drop a link in the chat with that. Let me find a link. I'll drop it in the chat so you guys can check it out. But one thing that is noted on our audit is that the contract has not been renounced, and they recommend that we do so. And the reason being is because we do have the ability to change the transaction fees with the contract not being renounced. So we just want to touch on that real quick. The reason for it not being renounced yet is that exact reason. Is we actually launched this token with the 4% total transaction fee. So there's the 2% tax that went to liquidity, the auto-generating liquidity. There's an additional 2% tax that would get redistributed to holders. It's the reflect. And those are great tokenomics, right? But we, with a project like us, where we have a lot of like news and updates and hype and like retail like there's all these things, we were just getting scalped like crazy. Like people were just making massive buys and sells on us all the time because in BSC standards, the 4% tax really isn't that significant. It's usually a lot higher for most of these tokens. So we brought a poll to the community. We actually voted on it. The vast majority voted to move the taxes up to 10%. And at that time, we said that it would be a temporary solution. It's not something that we necessarily wanted forever. We could be open to the idea of keeping the 10% tax forever, but it was never the idea for it to be a definite solution, right? So if we were to renounce the contract at this time with that 10% tax implemented, that means we would never be able to revert it, right? We could never go back to that original 4%. So we just feel that our project is still so early in its development, and we have so many things coming. Like we just dropped the mojotoken.app. I don't know if you guys have been there, but it's a really easy way for people to buy Mojo now. So we're developing that, and you have things that I've just touched on, where the DAO and potential staking. I don't want to give anything away, right? But with things in the works and things actively being developed, renouncing the contract too early can sometimes really come back to bite you. So a way that we've been trying to kind of do a trade-off is having the identities of our team revealed, and there's still more to come with that, both BSC Chad and I. So that's kind of a way to maybe restore any sort of doubt anybody would have for not renouncing. So just wanted to address that real quick, and feel free to voice any concerns if you do have it about non-renouncement, and we can talk about it. But yeah, just to loop back around to that whole statement, go check out the Solidity audit. It's great. And to answer the questions about renouncement, that is why. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to drop them. That is through. I think we're mostly through the Google form submissions. So I'm gonna go grab the tweet and Reddit submissions. And in the meantime, we did have a question specifically for Arturo. That was, what bands have you played in, Mr. Arturo Knight? You can feel free to just talk about your career a little bit if you want.
Yeah, so I am the first one doxed. I also do see someone here saying, what's the point in delaying the doxing? And it's for the reason of basically planning everything separately so we have something to look forward to. And that's what we always do. We just launch everything at one time. It is good during that time, but we're looking more towards the long term. And that's kind of why we do that. But in my bands that I've played with, I've been a musician since I was 8 years old. I've been in multiple bands. I've made music with rock bands. I've made music with Chris Brown, David Banner. Recently, I've done more metal music. I'm currently right now in a band called Jesse Kill. You can just find it on Spotify or Google it or YouTube. You guys want to check me out, my hair loose. The band's called Jesse Kill, JESSIKILL. The singers from X Factor. I've also toured with the guy from Anthrax, Michelangelo Badio, the original singer or the fill-in Judas Priest. I basically play with a lot of metal bands. Right now I'm just kind of focusing a lot on business and this energy drink as well, while also pushing my music at the same time. But music is much easier, so I will be using my contacts and my network of the musicians I've met over the years and many industries to kind of help, just help me out with what I'm doing. And it's very easy. Like I said, once these energy drinks come in, we're just going to start launching them like crazy. And that's when it's really, you guys that are here right now are in very early. Once these endorsements, and not even just endorsements, just you'll start seeing random celebrities, rock stars, and hip hop stars with our cans. And not all of them are going to be paid. A lot of them is just from our network. So we do have, real live industries involved in this team. Not just, we're not just crypto nerds. We're also involved in, e-commerce in the music industry and very, very, different things. And we'll be using all these powers and putting them together to help MoonJuice. Oh,
it's
yeah,
gonna be great.
one last thing. I forgot one band. I've also played in a band called Mini Kiss. We're the world's shortest Kiss tribute band. And look it up on YouTube. Look up Mini Kiss, and you'll see me in there. I play Mini Paul.
you like physically the shortest people? Like, is that what you mean?
Well, I'll let you guys hear on a secret. The actual Mini Kiss band, they were on the commercial, the Dr. Pepper commercial, Dr. Love, the famous commercial with Kiss. That's Mini Kiss, where they're midgets. Well, that's an actual band. And
Gotcha.
the actual singer left the band 2 years. I joined them. I'm actually the tallest one in the band, but I'm still short. So those guys, I fit in. And even with that band, we play Vegas. We play, everywhere. And I will bring it, MoonJuice with me on the road as well. I have a tour plan even just this year. So even MoonJuice is going with me on the road as well.
Yo, didn't you say? Did I hear that right before something about Papa Roach being on that tour or something like that?
Yes, and here's another thing, guys. I'll be announcing my tour sometime soon, and I'm playing a festival called Rocklahoma. And if anyone lives in Oklahoma or around Oklahoma, you should check it out. I'll meet you. I'll shake your hand personally. And I'll be playing with Papa Roach. I'll be playing with Hellstorm. I'll be playing with Five Finger Death Punch. It's going to be a ton of big artists on that gig, including my band. So if you guys are out there, just come and just send me a message through the Telegram, and I'll go and shake your hand and have a drink with you.
We got a rock star on our team, guys. Literal rock star.
And we're going to the fucking moon. Freaking moon.
That's right. LFG, right?
Well, on the note of have a drink together, we do have one Twitter question that says, will the liquor version of MoonJuice be considered in the future? Chad, you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I would say nothing's like out of the realm of possibilities, but I would say that's probably like the farthest out for us. Like, in my opinion, it would probably be like energy drinks number 1, and then like pre-workout number 2.
And then potentially an alcohol partnership, V3.
Yes, that's like, we do have something like that potentially in the works. So that we do. But as far as us actually distributing, there's so much legalities involved when you come to like when you start working with like liquor licenses and like just handling liquor in general. And so, and then like shipping it is a whole other like slew of complexities. I mean, I've worked with a lot of e-commerce companies that do that, and it's insanely complex, especially on the shipping side. And then you get international involved, and like that's even worse. And so it's like the chances of that working with our existing model are going to be extremely slim. That said, we do have some other stuff in the works, so TBD.
Yep. Soon, TM. So we have another question from Henry Wong. Will Mojo token be considered like a share of a company? What effects do future sales profits of the energy drinks have in token price? So they're not going to directly affect the token price, but once again, this is something that we don't want to jump the gun on and say things that end up not following through. So it's one of the things that we're really focusing on, taking care of all the logistics and legal and going in it with the most prepared direction as possible. But we are we are talking about things like that, of ways that the revenue can play back into the token. But like I said, it's not something that's ready to be disclosed yet, because we want to make sure everything's fully ready. And you can touch on that too if you wanted to, Jen.
Sorry, so that last part again.
I just generally saying that, you know, that the revenue coming in from the actual MoonJuice drink being sold, and integrating that with like holder incentives or something is something that we're talking about and considering, but it's definitely nothing like definite right now. There's nothing solidified in that, because we just need to take care of all of the like common business practices before saying stuff like that. You know, we don't want to just make like overzealous claims all the time, right? But we are 100%. Yeah, we're trying to tie every single thing back into the Mojo holding incentive as possible. And there's so many things that we know for sure that we're going to do and are capable of doing, which we haven't dropped on you guys yet. Because like I said, we're strategically planning these things, right? It's very strategic. We're not just throwing stuff out on a whim. So just bear with us, and just know that there will be strong token use case for Mojo, and it'll be fueled by the energy drink itself.
And it guys, it's like you just have to know there's so much involved on the energy drink side right now. Like, we're doing so many cool things with it. So it's like, there's going to be stuff where there will be overlap for sure. It's just, you can't think of it like a share of a normal company, because crypto is so different, right? Obviously, there is going to be, I would assume there would be price impact, right? Because obviously, as we are getting more exposure and energy drink sales are coming in, and we're sponsoring athletes and we're throwing events and stuff like that, right? Like, obviously, that's going to be a ton of like marketing and promotion for the crypto itself, and there should, be a direct price impact on that. Now, that said, it's not like a traditional stock, right, where like sales are going to directly impact it at this time. Now, that said, as Pump said, we are working on some other stuff behind the scenes, which could definitely change that. So at this time, just remember, marketing is going to drive the price of the token, and the energy drinks are going to be a huge marketing engine for us.
Massive. It's a marketing engine, like unlike any other token. Like, I can't really think of something comparable to what we're planning on pulling off. Really, like, feel free to chime in on the chat if you guys can think of anything. But like, to me, like, I don't know. There's nothing that comes to mind except like something like Unisocks or something, where they have this like really strongly desired retail product. It's a little bit different the way that they burn the NFT to get it, but you see that like when people can redeem some form of crypto for something, this like premium feeling exclusive brand, and have the physical representation of it, people go crazy. It becomes collector's items type of thing, right? That's kind of the direction that we're headed.
Yeah, and I think the thing to note there too, like, and I mean, obviously, like, this is all going to come more as you guys start seeing what we're working on. But just kind of a little peek behind the curtain there, like, the idea is, like, no company is doing anything like what we're doing, right? Like, in the crypto space, you have some companies that partner with other companies, but most companies are trying to keep to themselves because they're competing with everyone. Now, the way we view it is, we've got a really interesting opportunity because we have an energy drink line that we're pumping out, right? And so if we can partner with some very hyped companies and do like collaborations with them, now we're getting them to, share us and their groups, market to their tens of thousands of very engaged audience, about our product in collaboration with their token, right? And so like, it's very strategic marketing in that way. And we're going to have the opportunity to deal with a lot of really hyped projects. And so it's a very unique opportunity that no other project is currently doing that we know of.
It's really exciting. I'm stoked for our future. Okay. So, Dry Bang in the chat says, "Excuse me, can I vape in here?" And you are only allowed to vape if it is MoonJuice flavored. So, if it's not, please step outside, sir. All right, another Twitter question here. Feel free to chat while I look for another good question here. Sorry about that. Okay, so how capable are the drink manufacturers? Sorry, this is worded a little bit weird. Sorry, go ahead, Chad.
I was just gonna say the manufacturers that we're talking with, like, they're not new. Like, these guys have been, in the business working with energy drink companies for the last, 10 years plus, right? And so, like, we're not just finding like random distributors or manufacturers. Like, we're talking to very legitimate companies. So, yeah, that's all I'll say for that one.
Yep. Okay. Where will the drinks be sold? So at first, they'll definitely just be online only. That'll be how we first launch these. And I don't want to get into too much thing. Like, we have some really big plans in the works that I don't want to slip up and spoil. I can kind of get like overly enthusiastic sometimes and say more than I should. But let's just say that we're going to be prioritizing online sales and also in-person event-based sales. But that's all I'm going to say about it. And let's see. Guys, feel free to drop any questions in the chat if it's been unanswered. I think there's been a few people that came in a little bit late. They're asking why we haven't disclosed the exact use case for holders yet. So just to loop back around on that one, I gave a little hint. There's a little Easter egg I dropped in the early part of the stream about some token use case that we're in a direction that we're headed. So maybe somebody from the community wants to just chime in and let them know what we said. Give the people that first tuned into the stream a little bit of a alpha drop there, maybe. So can you discuss where you currently in the overall timeline development of the drink? Can you give us an idea of what influencers are in the works? And also,
we've got big influencers in the work. Just trust us.
Massive.
You'll start seeing like some of the biggest influencers in the space.
Yeah. Some massive connections we've made within BSC already that they're all super hyped on our project, and we're just working out once again. Well, I sound like a broken record, so I'm sorry if it seems like I just keep saying this over and over, but there's so many logistics with these things behind the scenes, being like an actual legitimate company.
That pending announcement, it's pretty damn good.
It's big.
Like, it's gonna blow some minds, I think.
Dry Bang. Yes, we will be we'll be expanding massively outside of just cameos. That the Chuck Norris thing was something we just thought would be fun, get it out for the community, be kind of exciting, right? We haven't even booked any other cameos because we realize, like, they're fun, right? But maybe at this point in BSC, the cameo thing's a little bit overplayed potentially. But the other things we have in the works are way bigger than getting a cameo, like way bigger.
Oh, like massive guys, like massive, and they're very BSC specific.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, we're working with some of the biggest names in the BSC space right now, so pretty excited. But to that note, Pump, I did bring up, some people were talking this morning about that charity wallet that just to like circle back to that, guys. That was initially just launched by our admins. So that was not initially launched by us, like from the marketing side. So we have been working with the admins on that, and we've been discussing like where those funds should go to, and we're kind of thinking that Tony Hawk might be a fun cameo to do based on like the extreme sports side and his role or his like relationship with NFTs. So I did mention that to the community this morning, Pump, that that's something we've been discussing.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's not that we're not going to do any more cameos, but it's not going to be a priority of the marketing budget by any means. But you know, if you guys like him, and I agree, somebody like Tony Hawk is perfect. He's been affiliated with a lot of NFT releases. And honestly, speaking of NFTs, I don't know how much we've actually officially disclosed. Like, here's the thing with MoonJuice, we have so many team chats and planning chats and one-on-one calls and stuff all day long, every day. I kind of forget how much the community might not be in the know. So I'm not really sure how much we disclose about the NFT thing, but NFTs are going to be a massive part of our brand, and the way that we're implementing it is extremely unique and unlike any other NFT launch. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that, but we're going to do some crazy, like honestly, innovative things with the NFT space. And Tony Hawk has released several of his own NFTs on different platforms that have been very well received. And he's generally liked in the extreme sports community. Obviously, it's an area that we're looking to target, like alongside of like, you know, the crypto traders, all of us, the esports, like gaming, live streamer, like Twitch community. You know, there's so many people sponsored by G Fuel. You know, that's something that we're exploring, right? There's currently no major competitor for somebody like G Fuel, so we would love to take up a bit of that market share. And then, you know, the extreme sports community. So if we have any sort of affiliation with Tony Hawk, you can already know how well that would be received with all the other skateboarders, longboarders, surfers out there that might want some cans of MoonJuice, you know. So yeah, there's a lot coming with that stuff.
Not to mention, we do also have something else strategic up our sleeves that we're trying to slide in his DM for.
Yeah, it's part of a greater grand master plan, getting that first cameo with Tony Hawk. Okay. Once again, guys, feel free to drop any questions if you want to hear them answered again. It looks like I'm kind of getting to the tail end of all of the questions we received. I'm going to check out the Reddit thread and see if there's any on there that I missed. But yeah, once again, feel free to drop any in the chat that you want answered. Also, guys, don't forget to drop a follow on the channel, because we do plan to make this like a regular occurrence. And, you know, in the future, these won't be little Discord boxes on the screen. It'll be our faces on the screen. So yeah, we're looking to grow this community, right, and have an ongoing, transparent relationship with you guys about what's in the works, what to expect, and etc. So thanks for being here, by the way. Here's one question that I answered earlier, but just answered again really quick. When will the white paper be released? No specific day in mind, but 100% this quarter. Once again, it's just one of those things that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes where we're just waiting back to hear things about, like, you know, there's all sorts of business operation things to take care of. And we just want to make sure that all of those are actually done before we put out an official white paper. All right, I'm pulling up the Reddit thread. Let's see. Oh, guys, also, that Gleam giveaway. Has everybody had a chance to enter the Gleam giveaway? Just so you guys know that there are daily tasks that you can do to earn more entries for the giveaway. So there are some that's like retweet a tweet, follow the Twitter, follow the Telegram, stuff like that. You know, it's just a one-time thing. But there's also like a weekly upload YouTube video that earns some extra points. There's just a daily like free point that you can claim. There's all sorts of daily tasks that you can do on there. So keep on going, and I frequently will change the tweet to retweet as well, so you can earn new points on a new tweet. So yeah, feel free to go through that and share it around. It ends in 21 days, so you know, yeah, that's a pretty good way to grow the community and also earn some mojo potentially. So definitely check that out. I'll drop another link for the gleam in the chat too for you guys. You think a hawk flavor from Tony himself would be nice? That would be epic. We have, man, the possibilities are endless with what we're planning on doing. They're truly endless. And like, if you think about how high other BSC projects have scaled with literally zero use case, and the only thing propelling it is just the meme culture, well, why not combine them? Why not have an actual retail product and partner with these meme tokens to make meme flavored drinks? Like, it's perfect. And like I said, like, it's infinitely scalable. Like, there's really nothing holding us back except ourselves at this point.
100%.
Have you guys considered reaching out to GameStop? Oh my goodness. That would be really funny. I think we should hit up Wall Street Bets subreddit, man. We should get them to collab with us. A Wall Street Bets flavor.
No joke.
All right, guys, there's the Gleam giveaway. Be sure to go enter that in case you haven't yet. Like I said, there's daily and weekly submissions you can do. There's currently 13 different ways to enter. I do go up and update the information on here, so yeah. Check back in frequently on it, share it around, get people to join the community, submit memes, do all this stuff. We'll be hosting another media/meme specific contest here soon, once this one has developed a little bit more. But it'll be specifically for, you can submit like can art submissions, or you can submit just like memes, and we'll have a winner from each category, the best artistic design and the funniest meme. So we'll be rolling out that competition here in the next week or so, maybe this coming weekend. We're having a MoonJuice drink in a game or game advertising. Kerplunk, did you check out our Risk Moon collaboration piece where they actually have MoonJuice advertised inside the game on a big billboard? There's a lot more in store with that idea, right? You have to keep in mind that Risk Moon, they're also in early development, and just the things that we have been talking with the Risk Moon team about of more unique ways to implement the MoonJuice brand inside of their game that's going to be releasing soon is crazy. So,
guys, people love the idea of like us being so different. It's like so cool as we've had these partnership discussions, because like we're just doing things so different from like every other project that like we've been meeting with a lot of big names in the space, and like they love it. Like they love what we're doing, and they love the idea and the concept, because it's different and it makes sense. And when done appropriately, it's going to like propel us into the future, right? And that's really cool. So Risk Moon is just the first of many. But they're just a really unique opportunity because they are building gameplay. And so it's a really interesting opportunity to potentially do some really cool things.
It's actually crazy that nobody's done this yet, Like,
yeah, I think there might be some kind of like...
But like not really, like there is, but like not really.
Yeah, none that I've like actually heard of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's surprising. I've been looking through these questions here. It seems like we're kind of through all the questions. So maybe we'll just we're 52 minutes into the stream right now. So a nice clean hour-long stream. I like the sounds of that. So I think we can start like kind of wrapping up here. Guys, feel free to drop any additional questions. Like I said, anything you might want addressed a little bit more specifically. We can also save some more content for the next stream. And like I said at the beginning, like, this is an ongoing relationship we want to have, so expect further developments to the stream itself, the design. I didn't have enough time to put up the backdrop. I want to add our logos all over it, our websites at the bottom. Go check out mojotoken.app, moonjuice.app. We have our own swap now. There's going to be more developments coming to that. I did see somebody mention in here earlier, when are we going to redeploy the website? That's in the works. That one's kind of on the back burner. Honestly, we're prioritizing the swap feature on mojotoken.app. And then, like I said, the staking, which I don't know, coming soon, TM. But that's a thing that's being developed too. Once we get those functional, then we can start prioritizing like a full website redeployment. But that's definitely not the priority at the moment with all the legal logistics, flavors, throwing events. Like we have so much stuff on our plate right now, and we're actually just working around the clock. Like it's not a joke. So the website redeployment is not utmost priority, but it is something that we will do for sure. Last question: have you considered a career in radio? That would be fun. I'd be down to do that.
Dude, you do have a good radio voice.
Yeah?
You do.
Thank you.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, nice. I appreciate it, guys. Dude, wait till I'm charged up on some Mojo. I'll be flying over here.
Let's go.
Wait, speaking of which, shouldn't I be getting my cans here soon? You sent them out to me the other day, right?
Dude, you should be, man. You should be.
Ooh, it's exciting.
By the time you're doxxed, dude, you might be able to drink one on
on
a
stream.
live stream or something.
I might just dox myself randomly in one of these streams. You guys won't even have an announcement or anything. I'll just be like, boop, camera's on. Boom. Out of nowhere. Who knows? I want to be tuning into these streams.
Yeah, guys, we wanna make these streams fun, so we'll definitely bring some surprises into them.
Absolutely. So yeah, I think it seems kind of like we've covered the gist of it for now. Play some CS on the MoonJuice official. Hey, that could be our entry into sponsoring esports players. Is I just start streaming from the MoonJuice official channel and we sponsor myself. All right. Arturo or Chad, do you guys have any closing thoughts on the stream before we wrap it up?
Guys, just want to say, we love all you guys. We couldn't do this without you. And really excited to, be on this moon journey with all you guys.
Yep.
We're definitely going to the moon. And it's not a question of if, but when at this point. So glad to be on this ride with you guys.
Yeah, most definitely. We definitely appreciate it. And definitely because, and I said it 3 times, being patient with us. And that's number one, guys, because we have a lot of stuff we're working on in the back end. But at the same time, like Pump said earlier, sometimes the ball's in the other court. So we're not in total control of it. But we do have a lot of stuff coming soon and in the long term as well. But we definitely got you guys. Reach out to us if you have any questions or anything.
Yep. I think that's it's pretty good. We appreciate you guys being here, big time. Like I said, don't forget to drop some follows on all the socials. I'll just kind of blast this Twitch chat with all of our socials just in case you haven't followed them all. And yeah, I think that kind of covers it. I'll throw it on the ending soon graphic. You guys can. I'll let this run for the full clean hour. So we got 3 minutes left. We can address any last questions if you guys want. If not, it was great chatting with all of you. We're excited to be hosting these streams somewhat regularly. We're going to finalize some sort of schedule with that, so there's actually enough content to talk about, and so that we can actually focus on all the behind-the-scenes work that really needs to be taken care of. But yeah, the juice is fucking loose, guys. We are hyped. We're hyped. Everything's culminating all at once, so it's going to be a big burst.
Yeah, guys, it's going to be awesome. I am so pumped for the next few months. It's going to get real.
Guys, I got some homework for you too in the chat. We are so close to 2,500 holders. Let's get 2,500 holders today. It's going to do a 2% total supply milestone burn, which we've been wanting to do for a long time. It's armed and ready. And then we can also submit, or we can finalize the application with Trust Wallet, so we can have our logo and everything listed on Trust Wallet. Have the nice clean Mojo icon up there. So you guys, please go share the Gleam, share our socials, do whatever it takes. Tell people about Mojo. Tell them how early they are in an amazing project like this. And let's hit 2,500 holders today, I believe.
Get it.
Oh yeah. Once again, thank you guys for joining us. Drop a follow on the Twitch. Drop a follow on the YouTube channel. The next stream, we'll definitely have YouTube integrated as well to extend our audience.